Dominic Taylor, freelance director, writer, and also associate professor at the University of Minnesota. Oh, an invitation to speak on a Monday night about my career, as well as Overnight Sensations, a wonderful, harrowing 24-hour play development moment in which I got to write again. Although I'm a writer-director, I've been doing more directing than writing, so it kind of threw me into that pool. I was going to say the deep end of the pool, but it threw me into the pool quickly, which was good. Overnight Sensations is a more structured, smarter 24-hour play process in which I first had to pull the name of a director. Then we pulled the theme, we pulled the team of actors, and we pulled the location out of a bag, so it was all random. And there were a bunch of props and costumes on stage, and that happened at 8 o'clock on Friday, and by 8 o'clock Saturday we were going to be up and performing. So the writers had, 4, 5, 6 hours to try to construct something based on a really quick conversation with the actors who I had never seen before, which also probably helps. It was fun. The team was great. My director was great. It was actually, it's a little nerve-wracking, and after I wrote it, I guess I finished about midnight in the library. 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up because I should have changed something. Of course, I didn't change anything, but I had that panic attack moment that where you're like, wait a second, I should change this. Yeah, I think they both feed each other. I joke that on when you're the director, you have to have all the answers, and when you're the playwright, you get to be the problem child and ask all the questions. I don't know if it's that simple, but I think that's the way in which I try to approach it, and it is really hard to try to switch back and forth, I find. I think you need to get some time to focus to do either one well. I know some people can do a lot of projects at once, but I think that if you want to do one of those really well, you should do one, just do one, and then do the other one, and then go back and forth. Maria Irene Fornes does not agree with this, neither do a lot of playwrights. I think it's really hard to direct your own work. It's really hard. I mean, I think if you do direct your own work, you should have somebody else in that room who you trust, who is smart, who you can talk to away from rehearsal. So if one is watching this saying, I want to write and direct and do my thing, I think you get somebody else. And I don't know who that person is. And sometimes it's somebody who's really close to you personally. Sometimes it's somebody who's not close to you personally, but understands your aesthetic. Keep that person with you and just say, just come in the room. Give them $5 and let them be whatever. Give them a title if you want to, but they should be in the room to be an extra pair of eyes for you. A lot of the writers seem to be mature. They seem to be, they have lives, they've been somewhere, they've done something, and then either return to school or adding this with what they're doing. I actually think that makes for a really interesting writing group. I mean, I think, I do know, part of the thing about writing is you're translating life's experiences in some way onto the page for actors to engage. And if you have life experiences, you don't have to be 100 years old to write a play. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think it's interesting to have more mature writers, people who have lives, have other issues, have other things other than to immediately come from undergraduate. And if you come from undergraduate, you just have to be a much more mature person. But I think it's good. I think it's essential. I think I probably should also say, I don't think there are enough directing programs that look at new work. And the directing programs that exist, a lot of them, and I'm not going to name any names, have that tension between, do I teach my directing students how to direct classic plays? And even if I have playwrights there, what do I do with new plays? Like new play development, directing new plays is actually a skill and a challenge that I think, Hollins is probably the only place I can think of now that's its primary focus. I can't actually think of another one. Because most of the other ones, you come in and you're going to direct your Hamlet, or you're going to direct your Ibsen, or you're going to, or you're going to direct your Lorraine Hansberry. You're going to direct your classic play. I can't think of a program that focuses on new plays, which is necessary. Yeah. But I say this to my students a lot, whether it's bartending, waiting tables, test prep, I don't know, teaching outdoor experiences. I have students who do all kinds of stuff, but that lets you pay your rent, that lets you pay whatever, and then you can come into your art and you don't have to put pressure on yourself to say, oh, I've got to make this play, make X amount of dollars for me to pay, whatever. So I do think that income from a different source is crucial, I think.